Hi there, Rob Whitfield here, and I'm excited to introduce our new Teaming Competencies Maturity Model. Let's just start with the basics. What are teaming competencies? Well, they are the agreements, explicit agreements that each team member has within a team on how they're going to work together. And they're important because with effective teaming competencies, what we might call team cohesion, you can achieve exponential outcomes in comparison with those teams that have never discussed and agreed on how they're going to work together. And this goes beyond processes and technology. These are the behavioral components that form the backbone of the team working together and the way that the team interacts as an interdependent entity in order to be successful. So with that said, and knowing that exponential outcomes are achieved for teams that have excellent teaming competencies, what we call team cohesion, know that there are 5 different levels, and reflect on this with your situation, whether you're a leader or a team member, and think about whether you're achieving your very best outcomes as a consequence. So let's go through the Teaming Competencies Maturity Model and explore each of the stages. In stage 1, which we call oblivious, team members and team leaders are unaware of the need for teaming competencies. Now, what this really looks like is that the folks within the team and the leader typically know that there are challenges or missed opportunities in the team, but they don't know how to remedy them. And as a consequence, they are just left festering so that results are harder to achieve, people are working longer, there's disdain and disengagement within the team. Hopefully that one doesn't sound familiar to you, but to be honest, levels 1, 2 and 3 are far more prevalent than levels 4 and 5. Talking of level 2, let's move on to avoiding. In this particular level, what you'll see is challenges that are apparent to the leader and or the team members, but nobody taking action. Often under the guise of being too busy to act or having other priorities that are far too important. Just as damaging as oblivious, but in this particular level, we're actively avoiding doing anything about the challenges within the team that people are seeing. Moving to level 3 now, and we start to see what we call accidental engagement around the teaming competencies. There's a trigger which is typically driven by a need to overcome a challenge. It's, if you like, a forced action from a team issue, a missed deadline, a poor results, or executive intervention that forces team members and or the leader or everyone combined to come together in some way to look at the teaming competencies. Typically this is very uncomfortable because it's not proactive and it's given to the team and or the leader rather than them choosing and being in control of the opportunity to partner together to get to a more cohesive state. Now, moving on then to level 4, what we see within level 4 is what we call enlightened. There is a proactive identification of value derived from teaming competencies. The leader and the team members choose to actively embark on a recontracting experience to accelerate and elevate team performance. They are enlightened sufficiently to be able to say, look, we know that we've got to work on our teaming competencies because teaming competencies are so poorly understood, so poorly studied, and so poorly applied in organizations. We need some third party support to help us work out how we're going to do even better in how we work together. And those really wonderful conversations that occur in our sessions are light bulb moments for most teams. Individuals coming together and realizing they have the power to make the team better, they have the power to enjoy it more, they have the power to get better outcomes, faster outcomes, and more joyful ones as well. And the leaders realize that they don't have to be in the center of every single interaction, that hub and spoke as a model doesn't work, and that it's entirely possible to get better outcomes using peer-to-peer models than it is hub and spoke leader models. So that 4th level there, very powerful, enlightened. Level 5 is what we call optimized, and in level 5, this is where the leader and the team harness the value of teaming competencies over time to develop individuals and teams. And what that looks like really is the facilitation of regular recontracting and teaming experiences in service of driving 10x business outcomes. those leaders, those team members that are at the optimized level recognize that it's not one and done. Teaming competencies are not one and done. That we go on a journey and that we work through the journey and co-create the answers together. And when we do that, they get the very best outcomes in the fastest possible way, in the most joyful way, and they reclaim their evenings, they reclaim their weekends, and they're likely to engage in conversations about career progression and bonuses and such like. It's all available, but we just don't harness this. And so team cohesion, which is what we also call optimized teaming competencies level 5, is the very best that we should strive for. And quite frankly, what I believe that every single team deserves. Now I'd ask, where are you on the teaming competencies maturity model? And do share and get in touch, and if you need some help in moving up the levels, then please let us know. We'd be delighted to step in.